Are you wondering what the color names for the color clicks are? Well, I've got good news for you. I'm here to solve that problem because I went through and I found out all 20 names. There are 20 different Crayola Click markers, and we have that in this video. I'm also going to show you how to use them a few different ways, like watercolor. You can do like pointillism with them. You can also bullet journal with these. These are good for that. What are the Crayola Click markers? Crayola Click markers are retractable markers that when you click them, they won't dry up because the cap is on the inside of the marker. So you can't leave them uncapped, like unclicked, because they'll still dry up. But as long as you click them closed like a pen, then you will be able to keep your markers lasting for a long time. I got them for my daughter thinking, oh, these will be great for a 3 or 4-year-old one time. And she ended up not clicking them closed, so they kind of dried out. So I would definitely recommend, if you get them for a young child, to make sure that they close, or if you use them yourself, make sure that you click them closed. The Crayola Clicks come in 2 different packages, or you can get this package of 20. If you want the color names easier, then get the pack of 10s, because the names are on the back of the box. The names are on the back of the box of the 20, but I was only able to figure out those names because I knew what the 10 names were, because I could decipher those easily. And then when I went to the other ones, I could kind of tell what they were based on deduction. So they come in bold and they come in bright. So bold are the first ones. Those are your regular colors, and bright are some extra colors added in. Like I said just a minute ago, there's so many things you can do with these. And one of my favorite ways to use them is watercolor. And then after you do the watercolor, you can use the color darker, so that way you can get some shading with these markers. And that's a lot of fun. We have these 20 clicks today. Clicks used to be only available in 10 colors, so it's very exciting. Let's look at the back. We have names, yay! This doesn't always happen. There's no capsule, so they just put all the information over here, still the planet themed. This says 2020, this one says 2020. I wonder if these were available in 2020, but we just didn't see them because it's very interesting. This is they have almost the same information. Let's see, these were made in Vietnam, everything's the same. That's coincidentally where they make some of the super tips. And let's look at these. So we've already looked at these kind of. I don't know if I did a video on them, but we've seen them before. So these ones over here open from the side, and these ones also open from the side. So we're going to take these out and get a look and see what they are. Oh, kind of difficult to get out. Huh. There we go. I had to like dump them out. So we have all our colors here. They look like they kind of come in somewhat of a color order. Kind of. But we're going to make our own color order. So we're just going to dump all these out. Actually, you know what? We might not dump them out because, nope, they're not like the Sharpies. I was going to say sometimes when this happens, like brown, black, they're in order, but these are not. So we're going to have to figure out what the names are, which is unfortunate. But that's where these ones come in, is we know that these ones are going to match up, so we can compare those. But yeah, no color names on the actual device. So we have all these colors already. These ones are just like straight in the box, so we'll know that this one is magenta. So I will pull all these out so I can have a reference point for our color names. So that way when we're trying to figure out the new color names, we can do it. So now if you've watched this video, you'll be able to name your colors. Okay. So I feel like these are not in order on here. So we're just going to dump these out since it doesn't really matter probably what color order they come in. Those almost look like they're the same, which is going to be difficult because, yeah. But we're just putting these in color order. You can follow them to put them in color order. Let's see, yellow. Got an orange. Let's see. They're pretty colors. The barrels are very pretty. Should be a fun color palette. So what would you use these for? Here we go. You can do, like, they color with them. I would actually do like planning and journals and that kind of stuff. with these because they're like super nice and vibrant colors, and they'd be good in like a planner, that kind of stuff. So stationery. All right, so we're gonna get going on these. So this first one I think is going to be red, okay? Unless this one's red. Yeah, that one's red. So I feel like this one is not magenta. Okay, so we're just gonna write these out because it's very confusing. We're gonna just like do a little square. I feel like this one might be raspberry or primrose, but I'm not sure. Okay, and then our next one, okay, is going to, oh, okay, probably primrose. Okay, this next one is, what would that one be? Okay, let's compare, or that one. You know what we need to do is use these side by side. So I'm going to pull out a piece of paper. Okay, those ones look the same. So this one's going to be magenta, I believe. Because magenta is from the other one. Okay, so we're going to just write it here. Which this does not look super magenta to me, but you know. Okay, and then our next one is going to be this color. That looks more like a magenta to me, but I think this one is the red. No, it's not the red. So this one is probably the raspberry. So we're going to come back to it. I think this one's the red. Yeah, I feel like that one's the red. Let's try it with this one. Yeah, that one's definitely the red. Okay, so okay, so next up, we have to decide if this one is primrose. Let's see over here. Oh, we do have like one over here. So I feel like I'm going to kind of wait on those ones. I feel like this one's peach. I feel like I already kind of, yeah. That one's definitely peach. Okay, we got that one down. And then this next one is definitely orange. I can tell that it's orange. This next one is definitely orange. Yeah. Okay, let's see. O-R-A-N. So you can also label these as you go. What you would do is just take like a Sharpie. You can use something different, but you can go over here and say like orange. That one doesn't do well on here. So I would actually get a label maker, which I really need to do a video on, is how to use a label maker with these. So maybe that should be one of my next videos. This one I feel like is going to be golden yellow, because the next one is marigold. Okay. And this one is marigold. Okay, we're gonna probably have to do these in 2 pages. I'm writing super big for these ones. Okay, this next one I believe is gonna be kiwi, but I'm not 100%. Actually, I feel pretty strongly that that's kiwi. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna write kiwi down here because that would make sense for that one. And this next one is not here. So this one's probably emerald. Yeah. So I'm going to say that one's probably emerald because this one is probably green because it's like that one. But we're just going to double check and make sure. Okay, so that one's very close to the emerald, which they are on the box also. So let's see. Yeah, that one is the green. Okay. Oh well. And then this one is going to be our emerald. Okay, you did not see that. Okay. Our next one, I'm not sure. I feel like this one's going to be teal. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then our next one is probably not the blue. I think this one is Blue Lagoon. But I'm not 100% right now, so I'm not going to write anything. These ones are very, very close. I have a feeling they're going to be very close on the paper also. Okay, I can see like a slight difference. Like this one looks a little greener. So we'll see how this compares. This is the one that we know is blue. Okay. And we know that this is somewhat. Okay, those look very similar. And let's write this other one on here. You can see how this one's just a tad bluer. So we know that this one is blue. Okay, and then we know that this other one, oh my gosh, now I'm confused. Okay. All three of them look so similar. Don't do this. Okay. That one is Blue Lagoon. Okay. There we go. Perfect. And we'll just put a blue here and blue here. Okay. I feel like we're missing one. I don't know where my indigo went. Maybe this one's the indigo and the other one's the violet. I feel like we're almost done, but we have 20 of these. Did I miss a color? Oh, I think I missed. Oh, maybe one of these was indigo. Okay, because yeah, I probably missed this one. Okay, I am going to change my mind. This one is Blue Lagoon. Okay, and then this one up here that I was confused about, I think it's this one. That is weird, because that one, yeah, I guess that one makes sense. So this is the blue one, and then this is indigo. Okay, let's make sure. Indigo right here. Okay. That stinks. I'm gonna have to redo this one. But that's the thing with ones that aren't named, is it is frustrating because you go through and you're like, oh, I thought I had the name for it, and then you don't. Okay, this one I think for sure is violet. And we're gonna skip this one next because I wrote golden yellow really big. Okay. And then we'll come down here. I feel like this one, oh, it's so hard to tell the difference between all of these. Okay, one of them is primrose and one of them is not magenta. That does not feel like magenta, but it's magenta in the other box, so it has to be. Okay, this one is black. We know that this one is black. Okay. All right. And then the last one is brown. Unless we're missing one, I'll double check. Now we have to decide between these three. So we have, this one could be primrose, wild orchid, or raspberry. I feel like raspberry is probably this one right here. Now I have to remember which one that was because they're so close. The red and the raspberry are so close. Yeah, this one's gonna be tricky. Okay, this one, let's do this one first. I feel like this one's wild orchid. This is the most purpley. Okay, and then now we just have these two. So now we have to identify which ones I did not do already. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I have not done that one. I think that one is primrose. Even though, look at that color, it looks very different from the barrel. So they do not match. Primrose. Okay. And then our last one, we're going to have to test them out because I can't tell which one is which. So this one is not that one. That one is the magenta, which it does not look magenta. I believe this one is the one because this one's probably red. This one, last one is raspberry. Okay, yeah, that's definitely the red. And then this one's the raspberry. They are very, very close in color. Okay, so this one is raspberry. Okay. These are all the colors that we have. And so let's talk about the actual marker for a second. We have these clicks and no name. So they're clear. You can see exactly what's happening here. You can turn it, but you can't take it apart. So you see when you push in here, there's a cap on the marker. So there's a cap inside of here that closes. I'll show you how it opens. You see how the marker comes out of there? So the cap closes when you open the marker. So you can't just leave these laying on the floor. You still have to click them shut. So I thought these would be good to give to like a young person. And I was like, make sure you click it, but I think she didn't click it because it is kind of it's springy, so it's kind of hard to do that. You could give them to kids. But that's how they work. And they come in 20 different colors. And let's go over here. And so it feels like the raspberry and the red are very similar. The blue and the indigo are very similar. They're slightly different. And then we have some of these other ones. So what can we do with these? There's a bunch of different ways that we can use these. So let's say we want, Olivia Rodrigo just came out with a new album. So we're going to write her album Guts. Okay. And these ones, so if you try to do calligraphy with them, like I'm just going to try to write my name. You can kind of do it. They're not like the best at calligraphy. They're not really made for that. Okay. So now I'm going to write Guts because that's the album that she just did. Okay. That was supposed to be something else, but didn't quite make it. All right. And then we're going to come in here and just finish it up. So you can either just like blend these together, or I'm going to show you another way. So let's say, let's just write like a line because it'll be easier to show you. Okay, so then we're going to write this other line. This is with the water again. So you can bring them together to blend them, or you can take this water and it can act as the means to doing it. I still see a kind of line there, but I don't know if it dries, if it'll go any different. But then you're gonna have definitely some ink on here that you could do. So you could even use this as a palette and come over here and say, you know, like if I wrote my name. Isn't that cool that you can do that kind of stuff with this? Okay, we're gonna write one of her song title names. So we're gonna come in here. Okay. It's logical, okay. You see how it's kind of blending together? It's like, oh, don't do purple with green, but you can. Law. Like, how do you spell? Oh yeah, I can do it a little bit bigger. See how I'm kind of just touching the other one a little bit there? So it blends them together. So you just bring it up a little bit, bring it down a little bit. Logic. And then C. We're starting with this one. And the green. And then the green. And then the blue. And then the blue. And then the purple. So we just bring it down like that. Can you see that? And I mean, if you wanted to create like a little shadow, I know I'm using this brush a lot, but I love this brush. So then you could just kind of bring this out a little bit to create this shadow. See how that just brings it out just a tad? There we go. And then you have like this 3D word that looks really cool. Oh no, now it's going all crazy. It's like, why did you put that on me? I like it, but some people might not. So you don't have to do that. You could just come in like with a little gray or something like that. But I like the kind of interesting look. Like, so on this one up here, they did not include a gray, which is very interesting. I'm just looking over them. I mean, you could come in with like the peach a little bit. Let's try that. I do like this a lot where we use the ink form. So you could come in, do some kind of, I don't know if I love it because I would prefer gray, but there's, or the yellow, you could do yellow. I feel like they need a gray in this set. I feel like take out one of those raspberries or reds and put in a gray. But that you could also make it 3D effect like that. But yeah, this is what they are. You can just write with them, say, you know, notes for a class, or you could color in a heart or something like that. Let's see. So they work well for coloring. I'd like just do it in a circle like that if I were going to color it in. Because if you do straight lines, so let's just try the straight line method. You see, you kind of get the edges are a little darker, but they do a pretty good job. I just like the circle, filling in with a circle better than the straight line method with markers. But what do you think? Do you like these markers? Do you like all the different ways to use them? I think it's really fun, the click markers. I think they elevate the markers a little bit more. I love using the watercolor with them. We're gonna, let's do orange. We have some ink left over from another time I did stuff with these. Oh, this one's close enough. Orange, and we'll do a yellow. Okay, so we're gonna come in, just take out some of the water. And then, so, okay, yellow is gonna be my middle color. And orange is gonna be this color. And then you just touch them together to get them to blend, if that makes sense. And then green's gonna be over here. So these are very, very light. We're gonna do a little bit deeper green so we can get, so you just, with watercolors, you just kind of let them touch and they kind of do their own blending. Just bringing it in a little bit more because it dried a little bit. But yeah, see? It definitely dries like a little bit darker than it goes on. It looks super pretty. So that's another thing I would do with these is you can turn them into watercolors. Oh, you can see the green is coming down. I just didn't want to go any further because I would hit my name. But what do you guys think? Do you guys like these markers? What would you use them for? Which way would you use them? I really like this way. So I feel like the watercolor is really fun. And it kind of, like you could use them, you could even come in now later. Was it like a blue that I did? I'm going to totally ruin this one, but you could come in later and just do kind of like an outline. So like, even though there aren't colors in here to do the outlines with, you could paint it on first. And then you could come in here and you could totally do your outline. Actually, I think that one's one of my favorites. Let's try doing logical that way. So what I did, let's do it in this red one. So I just did this, remember? You can just create a palette on the page. Sometimes that's easy. All my things are, my palette is messed up right now. Okay, so we're gonna do, and it doesn't go on very dark, but it's just gonna, like here, it darkens up as it dries. See that? Okay, so we're gonna let that dry first, because if you try to write on that after you've already colored with it, then it will, like if it's still wet, see, watch. Yeah, that's what happens. Okay, let's try it. I'm done being patient. I probably should be patient. Now there you go. I love this. This is like some of my favorite. And the tip is small enough So that way you can do that with this. All right, let me know which one of these was your favorite colors. Let's see, let's put it back here. Which one of them was your favorite colors? Well, are you gonna do these? Are you gonna do some of these tricks that I showed you how to do? These were available, I think I got them at Target or Walmart. You can look from there. I'll leave a link below with where to get them. And let me know which one is your favorite. And I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.